So didn't have the best day today. Was very disappointed to miss my goal and really trying to stay in there and stay motivated. But it was disappointing, especially to come so close. But I guess it's much better than actually gaining weight in the last 2 weeks. I guess lost 4.5 pounds in the last 2 weeks, so no small feat. But really wanted to get under. Just trying to keep the mindset of I watched the documentary 2 days ago called Breaking Two on Elliot Kipchoge. I butcher his last name. The first man in history to run a sub 2 hour marathon. And I saw how he was basically called in to be a part of this project 2 years in the making. He had run a marathon in about 2 hours and 3 minutes, and he dedicated 2 years of his life to basically shaving 3 minutes off. And that really struck me, the level of dedication. And in the film, he didn't achieve it, but he kept trying, he kept at it, he kept training. And 2 years later, the film came out in 2017. He was able to do it last year. It was news all over the world. And I'm constantly looking for sources of motivation, but I will say this little stretch has been tough. It's been very tough, just with all that's going on, just kind of being stuck in the house, and then now I'm extra paranoid about leaving the house after what happened this week with my brother. So just extra frustrated. I actually got up this morning, did my way in, and tried to stay, encouraged and motivated. And as I was putting on my sneakers to get on the treadmill, I got an email. I apparently misunderstood it, but the historic half sent an email saying, "We understand with the health conditions, people will have an issue with running this race. It's a half marathon I'm signed up for May 17th." And they said, "So your options are either to defer until next year or run a virtual race." And I took that to say they were basically calling the race off. And that really, really just was deflating, because it's like really the only thing I have coming up on the horizon. So, this whole situation is just blowing up my entire schedule. I really tried to be thoughtful about placing stuff in front of myself to keep myself motivated. So, tomorrow morning, I was planning to run the Washington, D.C. Rock and Roll Half Marathon, about 10,000 runners. And as I say, I've been training for it. Signed up for that the week of Thanksgiving, and signed up for the historic half as well, which is May 17th. And then I'm signed up for an Olympic distance triathlon June 20th, and then the New York City triathlon July 19th. And it's just like the only one that's not canceled. And when I got the email, I thought it was canceled today, is the historic half. I'm not going to be able to run either triathlon because I'm a new swimmer. I'm a terrible swimmer. And I only got about 4 weeks of practice in, and I haven't swam since the last week in February. Last 3 weeks, there was a week I was injured, and then the week I was supposed to get back to it, all of this just kind of broke, and figured it wasn't the smartest idea to be in the gym. So it's just like, when I got that email, I'm like, wow, the next event I realistically am signed up for is a half marathon Labor Day weekend in Virginia Beach. And I'm just like, that's literally like 7 months away, 6, 7 months away. And just really was like, what's the point today? Was just not feeling it, so I didn't run. Um, yeah, my plan was to do 4 today and then 8 tomorrow, and then I'm seeing it's supposed to be a downpour tomorrow. So just really, really felt out of it, and just put me in a really grumpy mood. But I just went on the Historic Half website and read, and it actually says it's not canceled. It just says they're providing options for people who don't feel comfortable running. So it's not completely off, but I'm not going to do anything reckless or irresponsible. The situation is anything like it is now, I'm not going to run that race. But it's a little bit of relief to see that it's not off, but definitely struggling with my motivation. Was very disappointed this morning, and I mean, I knew yesterday that I wasn't gonna make it, but I was hoping maybe, I don't know, I'll just had a nightmare and sweated off an extra couple of pounds, but I did not. But I came in at 281 4 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago today. I was like 280. Actually, 2 weeks ago I didn't weigh myself. 3 weeks ago I was 284 and a half. So came down 3.5 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm down, I think like 6, 7 pounds for the month. I think I was 286 coming into the month. So, good progress. There's nothing to sneeze at. I'm down 21 pounds for the year. January 5th was the day after I came back from uh, Disneyland, and I was 302 pounds that day. So to be down 21 pounds in just under 3 months is phenomenal. So I need to stop hanging my head, but definitely frustrated with kind of my schedule blowing up. Was really excited about all of these events. I wanted to get a bunch of medals, and I was looking forward to the end of the year, just kind of hanging on my medals and just looking at my year in review and just seeing all I had accomplished. And it just feels like, it's just kind of falling apart one by one. So, when I saw that email and thought the historic half was canceled, I just was not feeling it. Just was not, especially off of the heels of not making my goal. So, gonna need to reset, regroup. I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, and I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow. I'm gonna stop hanging my head. I'm gonna stop beating myself up and stop the woe is me attitude, and I'm just gonna get back to it tomorrow. But I'm focusing now on knowing that I'm gonna be home for the next month. I'm really focused on getting under 270. So, that's kind of my next goal. That's kind of what I'm focused on. And I'm gonna take this next. I guess I got about 5 weeks until the last Friday in April, and I'm gonna take this time and I'm really gonna focus on getting down to 269.9. So, I'm just gonna keep moving forward, gonna keep pushing, gonna keep challenging myself, and I'll see this through. Unsure about what's gonna happen May 17th, but initially this morning I thought it was canceled, and it's not. So, still got a glimmer of hope that maybe by the end of April, this whole situation will start to kind of dissipate, and maybe I can run my race. That's literally 8 weeks from the weekend. The CDC said 8 weeks, so was holding out hope that by then things would clear up and I'd get to run my race. So I'm holding out hope that I can at least do that. I know my triathlons are gone, and I'm thinking about finding another race or two over the summer and just focusing on running because, being out of the pool for 2 months, I'm not going to try to jump in and swim a mile on a month and a half swimming as a new swimmer. So I get refocused. I just kind of wanted to vent, get some stuff off my chest. Was not happy with that email, but it's all is not totally lost. So I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, and I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow.